People that think that Citizen Vigilante is a right-wing or a racist movie are missing the point of Citizen Vigilante.
Why do I do this to myself? Its films are better than people.
There are 3 scenes that live in my head rent-free. Spoilers, obviously. 1, the ending, its most infamous scene, where the vigilante executes a group of refugees consisting of a teenage rapist, his accomplices, and the rapist's father, mother, and older sister. This is horrifying in of itself. It's a calculated, cold-blooded murder and collective punishment framed as a victory for justice. 2nd, a scene where he talks about his €50 million a year property business to his office manager. The vigilante is very concerned with the 10% of people not paying rent, stealing from him. The lenient courts will take too long to evict these leeches. He's going to need to deal with it himself. It's framed like that's another problem with society. Rich land barons losing out on 10% of their €50 million a year property portfolio. And then his manager tells him that he's being investigated by the tax man. The vigilante is an American who came to Europe illegally and refuses a simple path to citizenship, after which he'd presumably have to pay more tax. He leaves the office like a boss, taking a final jab that there are too many old people working for him. So the citizen vigilante that we're supposed to be rooting for is himself a violent illegal immigrant who is exploiting the society he's in. The 3rd scene I keep thinking about, the vigilante kidnaps the judge that let the teenage rapists go to kill him. Teaching the judge a lesson, he runs a random car off the road saying, "People are such sheep." So immediately finishing the film, so many of its choices bounced around my head. Why have him kill an innocent person to prove a point to a man that he's going to kill anyway? Why include a scene about him being a rich, awful landlord? Why make him rich at all? Why not make him a direct victim of crime so that we empathise with him? Why not give him a real relationship instead of him constantly treating everyone with contempt? The film ultimately wants to show his mission as just, so why make all these choices that make his character repulsive? But really the answer to all this can be found in its most famous scene. Why, when he executes the family, does the film not make his actions more sympathetic? Why not make his victims elites, part of some larger plot? Why not have them attack him or reach for a weapon? Something to justify the violence. And when I asked that question, the truth of Citizen Vigilante revealed itself to me. Because the movie doesn't want to justify these killings in any of these ways. These people are dying because the vigilante and the movie believes that there is something wrong with them. Their race and their religion is why they must die. Not in a battle, not as justice, not in any way that could be misconstrued as, well, he had no choice. This is an extermination. I said at the beginning that people calling Citizen Vigilante racist or right-wing are missing the point of Citizen Vigilante. Citizen Vigilante has contempt for the weak and worships the strong. It wants to destroy the elitist system while still collaborating with the elites. It suggests a conspiracy. It has an enemy that is both weak and strong, and it has a population that has been contaminated by difference that must be eradicated. Citizen Vigilante is, in short, a fascist movie. I do not mean this in a vague lefty way. I don't think it's like other movies of its genre. I think it fits a definition of fascism. Does anyone want to go and watch Supergirl again? I want to watch Supergirl again.